Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog where I talk about all things medical school in the life of a first-year osteopathic medical student. Alright, lots to talk about today, so let's get to it. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to give a shout out. I have some family watching back home from Pekin, Illinois, so little Miss Ruby, hello. Thank you for being a fan and watching, and hopefully I will see you soon. Let's see, I really have not, I think I've released like 2 vlogs in the last 2 months. School just takes a little bit to get your footing, you know. I'm doing well in the program. Second unit, I saw how hard it was getting those, so I slowed down. Third unit, I just didn't want to mess around. And then third unit still came and kicked my butt. But that brings us to today. So we finished our exams last week. We are on to bigger and better things. Super exciting. Okay, I do very quickly just want to talk about my Unit 3 exams. They were a nightmare. So what happened was that it got really cold and it started raining. And the weather looked like it wasn't gonna let up for a few days, and it was kind of on the freezing, not freezing cusp. And so what happened was, during my exam week, which is always a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday situation for my med school, I always have 3 days of exams. Well, I took the first day, and then the weather came in and they just canceled the next 2 days. Now, I had a trip planned to LA, so I was like, what the hell's gonna happen? Like, we have exams, you know, and it's med school, so it's like, med school's your priority, so what can I do? But luckily, they pushed them a week. Now, I say luckily because that was my response at first. I was like, oh, hallelujah, I'm gonna go to LA, see my twin, awesome. So the thing about medical school is, though, when they postpone things, it's not as glamorous as it sounds. So I had to do 2 exams this past week during the start of the next unit. So, and just a little aside here, in my program, there's horror stories told about units 2, 4, and 6. We just started unit 4, so obviously I have all these ideas of how I want to start this. Like, I want to go ham and organize and get off to a good start and take excellent notes and just, you know, be the best student ever. And then all of a sudden, you know, then the weather happens and all of our exams are interdispersed between this. And these exams are, I could not even focus on stuff that we were learning. I was present in class and that was it. Because I can't sit here and try to learn all these new complicated things while I have this exam looming in my head, you know? In medical school, it's not the same thing. When you get stuff pushed back, it is a huge inconvenience. So you guys are seeing me in a really good place because with me, I'm like my own worst enemy with exams. So it was pretty rough last week, but we're good. Okay, I'm done talking about my exams. On to Unit 4. All right, so what is Unit 4 about, you ask? I'll tell you. Bugs and drugs. Bugs meaning like bacteria, viruses, fungus or fungi, and, you know, just like pathogens in general. And then the drugs, obviously the medications used to treat them. So Unit 4 is very pharmacology heavy, very immunology heavy, and then it brings in all of these aspects of like bacteriology, virology, mycology, parasitology, blah, 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 you know. It is one of the harder units, supposedly, at our school. I don't even know why I said supposedly, because every single person that you ask about, their face is like, you know. That's encouraging. So I do want to segue that conversation into just a very brief talk about a master's program. So for anybody applying to med school, applying to some sort of health professional program, or maybe even not, you know, I'm sure this could be applicable across other occupations, but I took a 2-year biomedical science master's degree before I applied to med school. I did that for numerous reasons, and obviously that's a huge personal decision, but I just want to throw this out there. I think that biomedical science program has made all the difference in the world. So I should say my program was very thorough, and that's all I'm going to say about that program. Anyways, long story short, master's programs, it is a personal decision. A lot goes into it, but speaking from experience, it has made all the difference in the world. I feel like I'm able to get more out of med school because I did it. I'm not struggling with learning complex concepts. I kind of already had a first pass at them in my master's, so it's helping me just become a much better med student. I can understand these concepts faster, quicker, easier, and then apply them quicker. So anyways, from my point of view, my master's, 10 out of 10. Another cool thing that's going on at the school right now is, so we were allowed to join organizations like a month or 2 ago, I don't even know, but now we are all officially running for the leadership roles in these positions. So it's kind of how it goes in med school. Second years kind of run all the clubs, they're the presidents and all the executive boards and whatnot, and they're all comprised of second years. And then first years about halfway into the program, then they kind of take over. And that's because third and fourth years are just not here. You know, they're on rotations, they're gone, they're here one day, they're away the next. So they're just not really the most reliable people to run these organizations, and they have tons of other stuff going on that they need to focus on. So obviously I have all these applications out there. I got certain things I'm hoping for. But one really cool organization I already got a part of was called the Learner Ambassador Program, which this is, basically I'm a representative of the med school, and a few of my friends got it too, so I'm super excited. But we will like give tours on campus, we'll be present in the med school interviews for, you know, the people interviewing our school. We're there and we kind of like interview them too and talk with them and whatnot. Basically, you are just sponsored to the med school, so if there's anything that we need to show up and be the face of the med school, we're there. So, and anybody that knows me, that is like my gig. I could talk to a wall, I am a social butterfly, I love what I do, I love being in med school, I love being a student. I love my journey. I started school at 27. I literally took 5.5 years off. Well, 3.5 years because I did a 2-year master's, but, so I just have so much to talk about, you know, when it comes to, and I moved from Connecticut. I moved from Illinois to Connecticut, was there for 3 years, and then across the US to Texas. So I just have so much to talk about. So this LAP board, the Learner Ambassador Program, I was so excited to get because I'm like, yes, I can talk with students. I can tell them what it's like to be a med student. So I'm totally geeked about that. Super, super exciting. All right, guys. And I think that's actually all I got for you this week. Thank you for watching. I will catch you guys all next week. It's professional etiquette this week, and it's a very, very busy week at school. So I think I'll have plenty to talk about. Alrighty, guys. Shoot me any emails if you have any questions, anything like that. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.